Hello, this is Lee back once again for another video. Today I have some digital versatile discs that I'm have on my shelf that I'll be watching hopefully over in the near future and maybe talk about later on. This is the best of Lufisto. You can't actually see it, but this is actually not very professionally done. It's just kind of printed out, it's not like that. But the good thing about this digital versatile disc is I got this at the live show, the last one I was attending, the 76 through 79 weekend from Lufisto herself after the show, well, at FanFest. And check this out. There's the autograph, and basically what these are not bootlegs. These are her personal recordings, or she had a friend or manager or someone record her matches from other promotions. So these are her recordings of her own wrestling. So kind of a unique product there. Several matches against various opponents: Wesley Busick, Daisy Hayes, Ariel Yokohamada. So I've just watched a little bit of this. Pretty good. So if you've only seen her work in CZW or Shimmer, this should be a treat. Next I have, let's see, The Best of Lufisto. Again, another volume, volume 8. Of course, I forgot to say this is volume 7. So 8, once again. More matches from Lufisto, the super hardcore anime, and very talented wrestler, very comedic wrestler. Of course, she has that comedic character that she developed over the years, kind of in contrast to her earlier hardcore wrestling, showing her versatility, and that's changed over the years. Now she is, of course, she was the super hardcore anime. Before that, she was the missionary of violence. And then now she is the wounded Owl Ronin, kind of a more serious character, kind of a more badass character, if you will. Very nice person to interact with, as a fan. She seems to have been very close to retirement many times, but Lufisto, nevertheless, still in wrestling. She trains various wrestlers. She's trained Calamity, of course, most famously, Sweet Cherry, and some others. She's associated with NCW Femme Fatale because, of course, she is French-Canadian. Anyway, Lufisto, great wrestler. Certainly not a supermodel, but very wonderful wrestler to watch. So give her a chance, I would say, and you won't be disappointed. Next we have Tomoka Nakagawa's retirement digital versatile disc. And I got this, I'm hitting myself in the face with it, it's so great. This I also got at the show. This was a bit expensive. This was supposedly the last copy. Of course, that's a famous trick. Oh, you got the last one! And then they take one more off the bottom of the shelf there. But nevertheless, of course, I've taken the discs out because I'm watching them. But you can see the wonderful artwork there. Of course, the Japanese wrestling scene, huge. And women's wrestling, of course, was much bigger in the early 90s. It was gigantic. It was everywhere. So it's not quite as big as it was then. Of course, the wrestling, times have a bit faded in the world, but nevertheless, in Japan, it's much bigger, I would say, than in the United States. You have many more large promotions, and women's wrestling is just wonderful. So whenever the female wrestlers come from Japan to North America, it's a real treat to see them. Even the retired wrestlers, they can still go. They can still teach the younger wrestlers, a thing or two. Now, Tomoka Nakagawa, of course, longtime tag team partner in Shimmer with Kelly Skater. Before that, she teamed with Daisy Hayes, and of course, she had her own solo career. But a very small athlete, but she has developed this persona as, a powerful, quick-witted, sneaky cheater, and she has a little bottle of water that she spits in the eyes of other wrestlers, and of course, some of the fans, cheer her on, like this, and other fans, boo her, like boo, but she just eats it up. She loves it. She's just great. So I think she is a wrestler who's certainly maximized her potential, and she is beloved by the North American fans, the small number of fans over here who know who she is, of course. And when she retired, people were so, honored that she had so many matches in the United States, before her retirement. So her relationship with the, American wrestlers and promoters are very good. Of course, she's appeared in Shimmer, quite a bit. And it was a bit of a surprise in the 76 to 79. Well, I should say the Volume 79 recordings, where she appeared, a surprise, and I think she sold off her ring gear. She was not a wrestler at that point; she was retired, but she got a couple of moves in, just for old time's sake. Very gracious in person, very nice personality. So kudos to Tomoka Nakagawa. Check out her work from years ago up until 2015. Very good. Very good. So, but anyway, this disc, I should say, I've watched quite a bit of it. It's actually a 2-disc set, and it features, some great wrestling. It has Hiroyo Matsumoto in there as well, also from the Joshi for Hope. Aja Kong, the legend, that big, bully of a wrestler, of a female wrestler. And Akino, some other wrestlers, of course, Kelly Skater. Anyway, just well worth checking out. Oh yes, Kyoko Kimura and Dynamite Kansai from the old days. Another large woman wrestler, big in many ways. But anyway, several of these wrestlers have made a surprise appearance on Shimmer, kind of a cross-promotion. But the Japanese women, in their own element, are the best when it comes to women's wrestling in the world that I've ever seen. And some of them, of course, are, kind of beauty queen type, and others don't even care much about their appearance. They look tough, they look scary, and they're not afraid, to change their appearance in order to appear tough and strong. And you have so many styles, from the high flyers. It really is its own genre. Imagine if, professional wrestling as it is in the United States, with the male wrestlers, if you took that and you translated it into female wrestlers, instead of having these divas that sort of, kind of play with their hair and kind of slap each other around for a couple of minutes, and that's sort of it, and it's more of a good looks contest. Well, Japanese women's wrestling is nothing like that. Yes, you have the attractive wrestlers, but it's much more about the, the fighting spirit, the athleticism, the storytelling. But even if you don't understand the Japanese language, you can appreciate, the talent, the skill. This is like seeing the X Division or, Ring of Honor, the best that they have to provide. Now, that's not to say every match is, 100% great, 5 stars, but compared to what you see on television in the United States, it just blows it away. Even the NXT women that are so, praised, really don't get the screen time that these Japanese women give to their fans, week in and week out. So there you go. So, well worth it. I would say this is very good. And of course, Tomoka, at her retirement, you think, well, she can't do as much. She has those injuries and she's kind of fading away. But this last, hurrah, well worth it. I've seen maybe 80 to 90% of it, and I can't wait to see the rest. It's just great. And of course, 8, 69, 70, 71, I believe will be ordered soon. Of course, I have the streaming version, which is the same, only slightly lowered quality. I'm also going to be doing a video on WWE 2K14, 15, and 16 once I get them together. So a little bit of a sneak peek there. I want to compare the Xbox 360 versions. Because certainly I, have made other videos talking about them, and I want to sort of set the record straight, give you my impressions of these games that have been out for a while, but have not really gotten a lot of attention, to be honest. So there you go. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon, hopefully, without too much more delay. All right, goodbye.